You're out here homeless in Salt Lake City with your children.
Imagine exposing your children and family to drug abuse and violence because you don't have anywhere else for them to go. That is harsh. Also, imagine living in one of the most beautiful cities in the world with tons of natural resources, but you have a huge problem of homelessness. Yeah, something is just not adding up. But for Salt Lake City, Utah, homelessness have been a major issue and getting out of control.
I just really need somewhere to actually stay that's permanent, not have to move every night.
The mayor of this town, Ben McAdams, who seemed very compassionate, had made it his personal business to investigate the drastic growing of homelessness by posing as a homeless person for 3 days and 2 nights in hopes to identify some of the issues. There has been projects and large sum of money dedicated towards sheltering and feeding the homeless in Salt Lake City. But for some reason, the homeless avoided the shelters. Many of them would rather stay on the streets. When the mayor talked to his employee, he always received the same answer. Homeless people are lazy and unwilling to change anything in their lives, which I highly disagree on, because people become homeless for a variety of reasons, including mental illness. Mayor Ben left his comfortable home and office to explore garbage and dumps in the streets. He took off his expensive fancy clothes and changed into dirty jeans and baggy sweaters. He didn't bring no money. He only brought his phone for emergency only, and also brought a bag of old clothes and a piece of campus. Ben struggled in the beginning. Now he is invisible. No one recognizes him as a public figure. A lot of people pass by him as if he isn't even there. He received small donation, but it was never even enough for food or for shelter. During his 3-day experiment, Ben was starving. In this process, he came across another homeless person who told him that violence and drug abuse flourish in the homeless shelters. The local administration acted like they didn't know what was really going on inside. He was also told that the staff mishandled the residents and demanded money from them. That is super wrong. I can't even comprehend that. This is the opposite of what his subordinate had told him, that homeless people are just lazy and don't want to improve their lives. Keep in mind that the mayor kept this whole operation a secret. He only told his assistant about this. To make sure that this is true, Ben headed to a shelter and saw it for himself. One of his compassionate neighbor advised him that you should sleep with your shoes on to avoid it being stolen. And it was smart not to go to the bathroom at night to stay away from unnecessary problems. You needed to be real quiet if you wanted to make it to the next day. During his stay, Ben also smelled illegal substances. Strange people walk around the room at night looking like criminals. They casually talked to guards and staff and walked out and repeated the same pattern. Residents were even scared to even look their way. The shelter was living with their own rules, opposite from what Ben was taught. What was shocking that Ben found out was staff's reaction to his remarks. They say, stay out of it and go to sleep or leave the shelter. Ben spent that night quietly and gained better understanding as to what was really going on in the shelter. Violence, drugs, and very irresponsible staff members. It's crazy that this whole story became viral 4 months later. It was real important for Ben to find out what was really going on before deciding a new location for the new modern shelter. The staff weren't doing their job appropriately, and 1 week later, Ben fired everyone responsible for that location, including the city hall officials. While many may have their own opinion about Ben's operation, I personally feel that a lot of our political leaders lack the basic knowledge of what the average people go through on a day-to-day basis. It is important for leaders to scoop down to the same level as the very people they serve in order to really understand them. I think that is vital, and I think it helps them gain different insight and perspective. Problems should always be solved within, and politicians shouldn't act for the camera and recognition, but they should be focusing on result. Mayor Ben made a statement that he will personally and thoroughly engage in new reforms to improve the lives of the homeless. What do you guys think? Please comment below. I really hope you enjoyed this story. Please subscribe so next time I upload you don't miss out, and like and comment and share. That really helps me out a lot. Peace.